we got this device Samsung J250 not charging due to low voltage. Let's remove the battery. Bring the multimeter on the current voltage and check battery voltage first. Battery voltage is fine, 3.1, it's okay. Let's now check the charging port voltage. Connect the charger, both the positive and the negative, it's 0.4 volt. So that means we have a problem and we are going to replace the charging port and then we test. Remove all screws, then we can detach the screen from the border. You can heat the screen at 2 Celsius degree for every 30 seconds, and as you need, I speed this minutes a little bit just to see the full tutorial of removing the screen. This is an old mobile of Samsung Galaxy. No need to rush to remove the screen, otherwise you can break the screen. We need to repair the phone with full condition, not damaging anything. I took about 5 minutes to remove the screen from the housing. You can take maybe 10 minutes or maybe less than 5 minutes. I don't know, this is the first time attempt to open this device. When you open the device and it's the first time, the device and the adhesive will be so solid and can't be removed easily. So while we doing is to heat the adhesive so it can be soft and then it can be removed easily. But in this mobile, the housing is somehow attached to the motherboard, to the screen, and somehow it's not easy to be detached. As you can see, I'm stuck in some point. I can't remove it. I don't want to make a full pressure. I could break something, maybe the motherboard from the inside, because I can't see what is making the motherboard or the housing to be stuck. Okay, I was able now to remove it. As you can see, I remove it easily. No need to rush or to hurry. There is one black screw in the middle of the board. Remove it so we can release the motherboard. Unplug screen flex cable and unplug front camera flex cable, and we got the ear speaker flex cable, and then we can remove the board. Now we need to get our holder. You can maybe get a better than this holder. This holder is cheap and it's not usable anymore, but I just have it for now. Bought some soldering paste. It's Flux Amtech. Now bring the heat gun and the soldering iron. I always use both to remove the charging port. As you can see, I'm about to remove it. It's removed easily, as you can see. Now bring the new charging port and solder the pins. After that, we will solder the pads on the motherboard. I don't know what keeps my soldering tip is damaged. I use a lot of soldering tips. Maybe the soldering station isn't that well, because it's connected to the heat gun. Let's clean the motherboard. We have this brush, steel fine brush. It doesn't scratch the board. Put some alcohol to remove the flux on the motherboard. We clean first and then we put some flux after it and soldering the pads, and then we put the new charging port. The tools is very important to have the best tools. The tip now isn't working. To remove a new tip, I have to wait for the soldering to be cooled down, then I had to replace it. It's so exhausted and took long time, so I had to keep the work with this damaged tip. Now heat the motherboard a little before you put the new charging port. We need the soldering to be melted a few, and then we put the soldering port. Wait a few seconds until the soldering paste melted, and then the charging port will goes in place. Now let's check if the pads are connected to the pins or not. It seems it's not connected. As you can see, it's loose. It's about all this one loose. That okay, we had to solder them with a soldering iron. It's always and ever check your soldering if it's good or not. You can check with the clip to see if it's loose or not. Okay, let's check them again. Solid, and the other solid, and this one still moving. No, this one is still moving. Let's solder this, the last one, the last pin. Let's soldering perfectly. Okay, now we are done. Let's clean the motherboard before the assemble and then the test. Bring the multimeter, bring your charger, put it on the charging port and check the voltage. Okay, we got 4 point approximately 2. Okay, the job has been done perfectly well. Now all we have to do is to assemble the phone back, and that's it. If you have any questions, just write it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to support the channel by like and subscribe. We will do something else in the next video.